My name is Nick Krem. My brother and I started our own business 7 years ago, almost coming on 8. We launched our first business, and it was digital business cards right before 2020. So you could say that was, well, kind of good timing for us because, as we know, 2020 hit, and all of a sudden everybody needed a digital business card. So we grew that business into 13 countries in all 50 states, and we continue to work with agents on their marketing, their branding. At one time, we had a 7-bedroom content house in Orlando, Florida that the Freedom team here came down to. We shot their content. We generated emails. We generated videos. We generated graphics. And, from there, AI came into the picture. And we kind of looked at each other and said, holy crap. We can do that for $30 a month. We can do that for $20 a month. So everything changed. So my brother and I took a look at what was happening inside of the world. And it's actually a funny story. Not many people know this, but my brother was looking online, and, he's behind the computer. He's studying and doing all these things. And he's like, Harvard's coming out with AI certified engineers. They're coming out with AI certified scientists. We should create the world's first AI certified agent. And that's exactly what we did. So we took all of our marketing, our branding expertise, everything that we learned over the years, and then built it into AI. And then we showed agents how to utilize these same systems. The same things that we used to charge tens of thousands of dollars for now could be done with a $20 a month ChatGPT subscription. And from there, we just continued with our institute. So we have an entire research and development department that's constantly looking up what's happening with AI. Because I'm just curious, put yes or no in the chat to this. How many people here feel AI anxiety or AI overwhelm? If you feel that, put yes in the chat. If you don't, put no in the chat. It's moving so fast. It's changing so fast. And there's always new things that are coming out. It's like, oh my gosh, there's always more. So I see majority of people here. My man Andy here in our group, he's like, nah, I'm with you, man. You got us covered here. So Andy's here in the group. And, I'm just here to tell you, family, it's not slowing down. It's only speeding up, right? Like AI is not slowing down. It's only speeding up. So I think, I'm going to be talking about AI search today, right? Like how to get found on AI search, what that entails. And even more importantly, I believe is like the AI culture that is being formed in front of our eyes, because it is a culture around this, right? Not just with us, but with the consumer as well. But, when we talk about AI, I just want to say that since we're coming into the new year, what I don't want you guys to do is I don't want anybody here to get AI tool addiction. Because AI tool addiction is real. Because how many people here see more AI tools than they care for? Every single day, it's another one. And if you don't use this tool, Jason, then you're going to be left behind. And then Jennifer, if you don't use this tool, you're going to be out of business in 3 months. But guess what? They've been saying that since it came out, and we're all still here, right? So it's AI tool addiction is real. Just a great example of it. Gemini came out with their latest update, right? I don't know if you guys saw this. And then everybody was saying, you got to go to Gemini. ChatGPT's dead. Go here. Well, guess what happened in the next month? ChatGPT 5.2 dropped. And then they're all like, oh, ChatGPT's reasoning is better now. Now you got to ChatGPT because Gemini is dead. And that's going to happen over and over and over again. And it's just this cycle. It's like ChatGPT, then Claude, then Perplexity, then Gemini, and then it's back to ChatGPT. I'm saying all of this, not to freak you guys out. I hope that's not the point, but just to understand that this is going to be a never-ending cycle. It is going to continue to cycle. What I don't want you guys to do is to constantly jump to the next tool, the next tool, the next tool, the next tool, and then jump to this CRM because they just came out with this update. But then 2 months later, every CRM is going to have that update. And just understand sometimes we just need to breathe. This is moving at a rate that us as humans have never experienced, right? Every technology up until this point has been linear. This is exponential technology. And with exponential technology comes exponential distractions, exponential shiny objects. So coming into this new year, I don't jumping on every AI training that exists isn't really going to help you. I know it's a little, is it oxymoron? Because you're on an AI training. That's what we're going to talk about today. But just know that, look, I believe AI is here to spend less time behind a computer and more time talking to people. That's what I truly believe. It's here to spend less time behind the computer and more time talking to people. And if it doesn't fit that bucket, then I don't typically do it. What I'm going to be talking about here today is AI search. And I'm sure you guys have been seeing some things on this. You know, it's AEO and GEO. AEO is answer engine optimization and GEO is generative engine optimization. Here's what it means. When somebody asks a question for best agents in the area, will it be you? When people are asking questions about real estate, will you be the source that pops up for them? Because what we're seeing is the way that people are getting information is forever changing in front of our eyes. And, you know, I just want to say, I'm freaking excited. Like, we're all alive during the AI revolution in the world. Like, how exciting is that? And we're just at the beginning. I know some people come into it with fear, like, what's going to happen? Where's this going to go? And I'm like, man, what's going to happen? Where's this going to go? Right? You can say the same thing just in a different way with a different feeling, and it means something more. So we're at the beginning of this, and I, for one, am excited about where this is going. So when we're talking about AI search and just consumer behaviors and how things are changing, right? So I got some slides, and I'll share this deck with you guys here. I'll put that in the chat and kind of going through some of this. So answer engine optimization. So first, I just kind of want to, take away some of these things that are happening where, yes, like more people are going to use ChatGPT every single day. But let's understand this. Let's just say, like I believe in numbers, in facts. 373 times more people still go to Google over ChatGPT, right? So I know you might see the marketer say, Google is dead, ChatGPT. Like, look, that's just not the fact. The fact of the matter is 373 times more people still go to Google every single day. And this is something else that I think is interesting here. Now, 60% of Google searches end in 0 clicks. So, are people still going to Google? Yes. But now, 60% of Google searches end in 0 clicks. And why is that the fact? Well, how many times you guys Google something and then they give you an AI answer just right at the top, right? Like, let's even see. What should I Google here? What is the best time to buy a home in Medina, Ohio? Let's just see what it comes up with. Oh, and look at this. It gives me an answer, and then it sources some different people. Show more. And it sources different people, and it just so happens Berkshire is one of them. You see, this is why it ends in 0 clicks. I don't know, some people say, oh, I don't use AI. Well, they do. They just don't really know it, right? Because this is your AI overview. So you Google something, and it just gives you an answer right at the top. Never underestimate the human desire for convenience, right? Never underestimate the human desire for convenience. So this right here, whether it's true or not, they get an answer and they're okay with it. I mean, how many people do you know that read Facebook posts and they're like, oh, that must be true because it's posted on Facebook, right? Like, how ridiculous is that? It's funny when you talk to someone like, oh, I read this somewhere. I'm like, Karen, did you read it on Facebook? Like, don't use that for your facts. But look, they're getting their answers from AI. What I want to show you guys how to do today is be the source that they get this information from. So your name will pop up over here. Your name will pop up when they're asking ChatGPT, Gemini, and these other tools, who's the best agent? Who should I work with? Where do I get this information? Because I want to cover one other thing before I jump into, there's about 5 parts to this, to becoming the trusted source for this. Yes. Is it important for right now? Absolutely. Because look, AI overview is giving answers. People are going to ChatGPT. Heck, I'm getting agents leads in our organization from ChatGPT every single month. People are asking ChatGPT, they get an agent and they're calling some of the agents with us, right? So that's important. But let's talk about a little bit of like skating to where the puck is going, what's happening in the world. So 2026 is going to be massive, and especially with the adoption of AI. I believe I've covered this before on this call, but I'm going to cover it again. Sam Altman, the OpenAI CEO, ChatGPT, and Johnny Ive, the guy who helped design the iPhone, the Mac computer, and all the Mac products, they have teamed up. They call it a tech startup, but anything with those two guys to me is not a tech startup, right? Like, that's the OpenAI CEO and the guy who helped design the iPhone and Mac computer. But they have teamed up, and they are releasing this device in 2026 and 100 million in their first production of this device. And it will be an AI agent. It has AI built right into it. It'll be a screenless device. And they're claiming it'll be your phone, your laptop, and this AI agent that you carry around with you all the time. And then it'll become wearable. It'll be like necklaces, rings, keychains, like wearable AI. And it will literally just be your companion. You just ask it a question and it'll give you an answer. And again, it will be listening all the time. But can we be frank on this call? All of these things are listening all the time, right? Like we all know this, right? So again, some people might say, oh, they don't want to carry AI. Nobody wants AI with them all the time. They don't want things listening to them. Well, people pay $15 extra for Uber Eats just to get it delivered to their home. Never underestimate the human desire for convenience when they can just get an answer to exactly anything that they want right there at their fingertips. Hey, what's the best restaurant that I should go to tonight? And it has all the data on you from all the things that we put on the internet. It knows you like live music. It knows where you live. It knows what type of restaurants you like. And it'll tell you exactly where you should go. And you're like, that's exactly what I want. And these devices will literally just be intertwined into our lives. So when I'm saying getting found on AI is important, yes, for right now, it's pretty important, I would say, because people are still using AI. But if we're looking at where this is going, that AI device will literally be the solution to people's questions. And my question to you is, will you be the one that AI recommends? And they say, who's the agent I should work with? And then AI gives them 1, 2, maybe 3. It's like, okay, call them. That'll be the customer journey. As we are getting into this, I kind of want to give like an overview of what is actually happening, because the internet isn't ceasing to exist. And I know some people are saying SEO is dead, and that's just not true either, because SEO is the foundation of all of this. The internet is literally the foundation of all of this, because without the internet, where is AI getting its information from? Why do you think they're building all these data centers, these massive data centers? But what fills these data centers? All the information that we have acquired and will continue to acquire. So the internet and all these things still exist, but how it's being used is changing. You see, it won't be us scraping through, clicking all the links to find information. AI will now search the links and information and then present the answer to the consumer. Can I get makes sense in the chat if that part makes sense? It's no longer us that will be doing the searching. AI will do the search and then just give us an answer. And it does work in a specific way. Like, there is a rhyme or reason for the way that AI does its search. And that's what I'm going to show you guys today, is how AI looks for this information. How does it know if you're an authority? How does it know if you're providing valuable content? That's what I'm going to tell you guys today. What is the answer optimization? AEO. You guys are going to be seeing these words a lot, AEO, GEO. Traditional SEO focuses on visibility, multiple links to your listings, and keyword optimization. That still exists. That's kind of the baseline for this. But answer engine optimization, how AI finds it, is slightly changing. Focuses on authority. And I'm going to get to what authority means. Direct responses. I can't tell you how important this part really is. Your direct answer to the question that you are answering. Super important. Look, before, we're moving from an attention-based society to a trust-based society, okay? Attention-based, right? Before, dance on TikTok, do all these different things, get all this attention. Now, let me ask you this. How many people here question pictures that you see online now because of AI? How many of you question videos that you see because of AI? News stories that you read because of AI? And now we're moving away from this attention-based and to a trust-based society. So the rules of the algorithm before were, have your question at the front and then wait to the very end of the video so that way you can get the answer. Why? Because we wanted attention. And the way we got attention is if they watched the whole video to get us more views and likes. Make sense? That's what it was. But we're playing in a different ball game now here, family, because look, AI doesn't want to work harder than it has to. If it has to watch a 20-minute video to get the answer, but somebody else says, here's the question, here's the answer, AI will be like, oh, they're the trusted authority. I found the answer really quick. That's who I'm going to source. So direct response, super important, right? Strategy 1 for building what I call your digital density, all right? Digital density. How dense are you across all the platforms? Part 1 are your reviews. Part 1 is your reviews on Zillow, on Realtor.com, Homes.com, Google, Facebook. Why? Because look, AI inherently isn't intelligent, although it is artificial intelligent. So a being without emotion How would they figure out if you're a trusted authority? Well, if you have 100 5-star reviews based on the algorithm, the way that it all works, they're a trusted authority. And, like I said, we're an institute. So we're conducting research experiments. So I'm going to share with you guys. This was actually one that we just did here recently. So we did this like 180 different marketplaces on Gemini, Perplexity, ChatGPT. So we searched 180 different top realtor in X area. And then this was surprising to me. These were the places that it sourced for the reviews and the information. Listwithclever.com was the number one sourced place. I would not have guessed that if you asked me, where is ChatGPT sourcing authority from? And we're going to continue to conduct this to see, all right, does this hold up when we do it for 300, 500, 1,000? But based on 180, these were the different places that it was sourcing, whether you're an authority or not. So I thought this was fascinating. I'm going to share this in the chat so you guys can walk away with this. Let me see, because that's not in the presentation here. Oh, no, that's nobody wants that picture. No, it's a funny picture. I guess I'll just send it because I didn't know how to delete it. That's what I did for a different something else. But there you go. That's what it's sourced. So it's like building your channels, your profiles on different places. And, something else very small, but one of the people I listen to always says, small hinges swing big doors. Is your phone number the same on your website, on your Zillow profile, on your Google profile, on all these different places? Is your phone number the same? Is your email the same? Are you like all of the things being similar? Again, a trusted resource. If you have 5 different phone numbers on 5 different places, AI might say, well, is this a scam? Is this person real? It's those little things that can make the difference in this. So part 1 is your reviews. Part 2 is your AEO friendly content. And I'm going to give you guys a way where you can dominate this. It's a simple prompt and a format where you can absolutely dominate with AEO friendly content. One of the most, if not the most important parts of this is clearly stating the question you are answering and then clearly answering it within the first 200 characters, whether it's a blog, a social media post, or a video. Because, again, AI doesn't want to work harder than it has to. If you clearly say, here's the question that people are asking, and here's your answer right away. Well, AI is like, well, that makes sense. This person's trusted. They're an authority. They know what they're talking about. But if you say, here's the question, and read this 15-page blog post and get the answer at the end, AI's like, nah, next. Somebody else will answer it quicker. So there's a way that you structure your content to be AEO friendly. I'm going to give you guys that outline. 3 is just being active on your social media. On your different social media channels. Again, your digital density. How often are you answering the questions that people are asking? Because Facebook, Instagram are different places that AI sources. LinkedIn. On this one, blogging. Blogging is getting super freaking important right now. Your blogs. I know, right? We're going back to blog, but they are important. So social media. Number 4, YouTube. Man, YouTube. Behind Google, YouTube is the largest search engine in the world. I'll say that again. Behind Google, YouTube is the largest search engine in the world. Newsflash, it's not a social media. YouTube is a search engine. I thought this was interesting too. 30% of Google searches end in a YouTube click. I thought that was interesting too. So I wanted to throw that out there. So your YouTube content is important. And then 5 is your external authority. Are you getting referenced in local news outlets? You know, those when people laugh when you're on the top 100 lists in the area, or like, oh, 30 under 30, or like you get an award and then you're in a blog post and they're like, oh, like anybody can do that. Well, guess what? That matters now. I mean, it mattered before because it's just good marketing, and I think it's just good strategy. But now you are building credibility by being sourced on a credible website. So real producers and what they do, important, because now you're being sourced as an expert by somebody else. Does that part make sense to you guys? So this is all just building into your digital density, your digital ecosystem, your reviews, your content, your mentions, and your social media. All of these things play a piece in this puzzle of whether you get recommended or not. I'm going to have some fun here just before I show you guys how to do this. So there's a couple agents that we work with, and you see I've done this training before on the side when I ask it. But I can ask, who is the top real estate agent for horse properties in Northern Nevada? I'm going to hope it says Kathy Courtney. So that's, it's always fun when you do a training, you try to showcase something and it's like, all right, is it actually going to show up? But let's see. Who's the top real estate agent for horse properties in Northern Nevada? Come on, Courtney Group. Uh-oh, not one. Give me two. Courtney Group. There we go. So number 2, Courtney Group. All right, let's go to ChatGPT. Ask the same question. Come on, Courtney Group. Come on, I feel like I'm at the horse track. Come on, Courtney Group. Come around the corner. Who's going to be number 1? Number 1, the Courtney Group. There we go. Let's see. I'm going to try another one here. Who is the top real estate agent for luxury relocation in Tulsa? I'm going to tell you guys Jessica Ford is the name we are pulling for. So let's all put our money on Jessica Ford. Let's see who's going to come up. Jessica Ford, number 1. There we go. I love it. So Jessica Ford, let's go over to Gemini. Pulling for Jessica Ford here. Jessica Ford, number 1. That's what I'm talking about. And look, guys, this is just what I'm talking about. These are questions that people will be asking, whether it's their AI, whether it's Google, because Google gives you the AI overview, and it will just tell you exactly who to work with. And again, I hate to say it, but is the average everyday person smart enough to check all resources and to go to different places? They trust what they read on Facebook. They're going to trust whatever AI tells them. Now let's get into what are different ways that you can start building your content engine to optimize for AEO. Well, that's a good question, Jeff. I'm glad you asked it. So here we go. I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to share it here in the chat with you guys. Copy and paste it here in the chat. So here's a prompt I created to solve this problem, to help solve this problem for you guys. You'll see, create a task for every Monday at 8 a.m. So what does this do? I'm actually going to pause this to open up my email to show you guys what a task looks like. And we covered this on the call before, but the guy's first time here. I want to show you guys what a task looks like. So now, when I say create a task for every Monday at 8 a.m., OpenAI, ChatGPT will literally send me an email. So this is one I have it send me for, it gives me publicly traded companies in the AI chip industry and the largest deals that are happening every single Monday. So it sends it directly to my inbox. So then I just click and then it runs the prompt, sends me the information, and here we go. Tells me, here are the different companies. Here's what's happening in here. Earnings beat design. So this is what it looks like when you schedule a task. So every Monday at 8 a.m., it will just send you what you tell it to send you. If you copy and paste this prompt, every Monday at 8 a.m., it will send you the 10 most asked questions on different AI and Google. What are the 10 most asked questions in your marketplace about real estate, as well as your AEO optimized answer, as well as sources and the keywords to be able to use. Every Monday, you will get exactly what people are asking and exactly the AEO answer. Let me copy this. And then inside this prompt, you'll notice key points too. Like it's prompted, only use sources published within the last 45 days. Prioritize local MLS data, municipal records, local news outlets, publications, and verified reports. Every data point must include a publication date, and clickable source. Why? Because AI can make crap up. Right? I mean, we've all seen that. If you guys are all using AI every day, it'll tell you the answer so confidently, right? But sometimes it literally just makes it up. So this way, we can do trust but verified. So here's what we do. Copy this. All you have to do is paste it in ChatGPT. There is one part that you do need to do. You guys see city or neighborhood? You got to put your city or neighborhood. What's up, Jeff? I see you got your hand up.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Let's just say Colorado Springs. So you got to put your city or neighborhood, right? You got to tell it where it's at. So now we're going to let AI do some work. And it's probably going to take about 30 seconds to a minute because you'll see it's thinking. It's going to actually, it's not just going to make something up quick. You're going to see how it's thinking. You're going to see the websites that it's checking. It's going to these different places. And I'll just say, this is how you know you do a prompt right when it just doesn't give you an instant response in seconds, because it's like, all right, I actually have to think and do work and find the credible sources, recent data and information. As this is doing this, I'll pause, kind of pause while it's doing work. Do you guys have any questions to this point? Questions, comments, or excitement that you want to share?
Question for you. As far as this is concerned, setting it up as something to do every Monday, for instance, like the example you gave, I'd rather not have it operate on its own. I'm not totally stoked about the agentic piece just working in the background. Is this something that we're still controlling?
Great question, Jason, because I am not big on agentic right now either. because agentic right now, and this is good for everybody on the call. So I'm glad that you brought this up. So what I'm showing you guys is not agentic, it is actually automations with AI. So
Okay.
two completely different things. But that's a great point. So agentic AI, it's cool, it's sexy, it's all these things. But here's my reference point for all of you guys. Do you guys remember when the internet was HTTP and like there's a lot of hacks, there's a lot of scams, there are things that are happening because it didn't have a secure network. So that's why the entire internet agreed to run off of HTTPS, which became the universal network for the entire internet to run off of. Right now, agentic AI does not have that one universal server that they all agree to run upon in a secure network. They're working on a universal MCP network that all agentic AI would then agree to run off of. So, as cool as agentic AI sounds, and you'll go to a training and they'll show you agent mode in ChatGPT, where it takes control of your computer and then does all of these works for you. Well, newsflash, it has access to your entire computer, right? Access to everything that's on there. One wrong prompt with the wrong MCP server, and it can go and talk to another agentic AI that is not based and coded for good. And then it can recode your, like, there is so much that can go wrong with the wrong prompt, with the wrong sequence, or an agentic AI talking to the wrong agentic AI. So I'm glad you brought that up, Jason. I am not like, I love agentic AI, but it's just not at the point where I can say it is secure for your computer and your life. Sam Altman even went on and he tweeted or X'd, I don't know what you call it anymore. But he said, he's like, hey, if like we just launched this out, but if I was telling my family, I wouldn't tell them to use it. And I'm like, holy crap, the guy who was telling us to move forward and do all these things is saying he wouldn't tell his own family to use this. Great question, Jason. I do not teach that for that exact reason. Like, even if there's a 5% chance that your entire computer can get hacked, that's not good enough for me. Right? That really isn't good enough for me. So this is not agentic. This is a task that is automated to just do the one prompt inside of ChatGPT.
Thank you very much.
So I hope that clarifies that. And I think that was a great point that you brought up. Part 1, the top 10 trending questions for Colorado Springs. Should I list my Colorado Springs home now or wait till 2025, 2026? Number 1 question being asked right now. Your AEO answer. And this is where here is the exact question people are asking. Here is literally AI is telling you the answer that it will look for. All right. Take out the guesswork. It is telling you here is exactly the answer it would be looking for. And here is the evidence. And then what you guys can do is we can click on this. Like, all right, where is this pulling it from? Well, it's pulling it from this news source that is saying why it's better to list your home now with fewer competitors. Keywords to use in hook lines. Question number 2, home prices going up or flat right now? Looks steady with the median price sale of mid 400Ks and buyers staying selected. And then it pulls it from here. So PPAR is where it pulled it from.
And Nick, you would use this like for a blog content, for video content, for
I'm
social
glad
media
you
posts.
asked it, Jeff.
Okay.
That's a great question. I'm glad you think we would have timed this stuff, guys. So,
Dude, I would have this send this to me every single day,
bro.
and then just do a live video on Facebook every day and
Oh,
repurpose
man.
that on every platform.
Dude, you can totally do that. And you can even take this. So let's just say I want to use this one. And I'll say, act as an expert in AEO video scripting. My goal is to write a short video script for copy paste. So act as an AO video scripting expert. My goal is to write a short form video for, and then you take question 1, the AEO answer, the hook lines, and the keywords to use. AEO optimized for different searches. Should you listen to or wait right now? And again, this knows AEO. So it says, here's the exact question people are asking, and here's the exact answer that you should give. And then it sorts different places. And just like that, you have a short form video. Like Andy said, you can go live and literally just cover a different topic every day. Let's say, Nick, you said blogging is important. You're right. You're right, Andy, I did. So so I normally don't give this out to the public, but Jeff, Kathy, and Tim, when they said that bring some stuff to the Freedom Team, I wanted to bring some stuff to you guys. So this is a specific custom GPT that my organization has created to write AEO, GEO, and SEO optimized blog. How does this work? All right, now I'm going to go pull the information. So ChatGPT, we just ask it for the top 10 questions, right? Let's just say we're going to write one on question 10. Let's do question 9. So we take the information it just compiled and we said, help me write a blog. And guys, this is like your full-time employee. You would probably have to pay someone man, I'm just trying to think. How much would you have to pay someone to write you a blog post every single day that is optimized for AEO, GEO, SEO, gather all the data, gather all the information? We're talking about a specialist here. Thousands of dollars a month that you would pay to be ranked and to get all this information. And now you can do it with the prompt and your custom employee here. Copy and paste, according to Colorado Springs, and it sources the other information. And now you have a fully optimized AEO, GEO, and SEO blog. And I would say, yes, write my FAQ, because that's something that AEO likes. FAQ. I'm sure it'll pick it up. Yep, see? Pretty smart. And now you have a fully optimized AEO, GEO, SEO blog that you can post to your website. And I'll tell you what, family, blogging is getting really important because it's another source that AI looks for.
Hey, Nick.
What's up, Jason?
Yeah. What about the copy and paste process if you haven't reviewed this?
That is where, look, great question again. I practice the 95-5 principle when it comes to AI. I allow AI to do 95% of the work, but then that last 5% has to be you. It has to be your expertise. It has to be your knowledge. This is where if you're going to post it, like if I wanted to do this one, just for example, I would, first of all, I would click this link and be like, all right, it gave me the source. I'm going to do my due diligence and check the source, right? So it gives me the source of why it's pulling this information and where it's pulling it from. So you can check the source. And then, yes, I would read through the blog and just kind of skim through it, check the reading, check to make sure everything's okay. Because look, the board doesn't care whether you wrote it or AI wrote it when it comes to making sure fair housing and all these other things are followed. And some people are like, oh, I don't have time to do that. Well, it's like, look, blogging is important. You're either going to do it or you won't. And if you're going to use AI, use it responsibly, right? So that's a great question. Definitely check it. Definitely read through it. But you have to think, like, if you were going to blog and do this work, how many hours would it take you to curate that? You can spend 10 minutes checking it, right? Same with your videos, same with your posts. How long would it take you to source, find this material, write the script, and figure it out? You can spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes checking it. So great. I appreciate you bringing that up too, Jason. Yes, read through it. Check the source that it gives because this actually sources it.
Also,
Nick, go ahead.
if you're worried about it not sounding like you, there is a GPT in there called Humanize, and you can tell it, you can copy, paste it, put it in there and say, humanize this and make it sound like me and give it examples of your writing. And then all of a sudden, it's you.
I have specific GPTs written just for me. I have an email copywriter. I have a landing page copywriter, a video script GPT that is built just for that. You're right.
Nick, can you show people real quick, just the ones that don't know, how to save that prompt, in the sidebar? Can you show them that? Because if you click on that link, guys, that Nick gave, it'll take you to your ChatGPT. Just show them how to do that.
Yeah, thank you for that. So what you want to do here, family? See, I skip over some important things sometimes. So that's why you guys.
Okay.
So when you click on this GPT that I've given you, you must click the name here and then click keep in sidebar. Keep in sidebar. So that way, this custom GPT will always be over here on the left for you. Will always be over here on the left. So again, you click the name and then you click keep in sidebar. And I want to get one more small tool, but I think it's a small hinge that swings a big door. My Listing Buddy, same thing, click keep in sidebar. But we have now optimized My Listing Buddy to write AEO friendly listing descriptions. And look, family, I know there's already a couple brokerages that have AI search for listings where they just go in there and they ask AI and it will find the listings that they're looking for. If your listing is not getting viewed in that manner, then it won't pop up. And it's the same thing. Zillow's being integrated with ChatGPT. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Google now has listings inside of Google. This was actually just launched this week and they're testing it out. So now people can actually schedule a tour just through Google. That's actually pretty freaking big.
I saw that last week.
Because Google is the most used search engine in the world. And now when people ask for homes, the number one link won't be Zillow. It will be Google. showcasing. My listing buddy will now write you AEO optimized listing descriptions. And just for some references on this, again, I don't bring to you guys things that we haven't tested. We have tested this in many marketplaces across the United States. One of the agents in our ecosystem had 6 listings. Some of them have been on the market for 2 weeks, some for 30 days. She rewrote all of her listing descriptions using it. Every single one of them sold within the week. Another agent that just popped up on one of our calls and said, yeah, I had a home on the market for 31 days. She was actually on the cruise with us, Kathy. Kiara, I think it was Kiara, shorter Latina girl. And she was like, yeah, I had my home on the market for 31 days. Redid it using my listing buddy within the week, multiple showings, multiple leads, and got it sold. All we have in marketing is our words. Our words matter. So my listing buddy will write you a listing description that is AI optimized because, again, the way that people are finding this stuff is changing. It's changing. I'll just give you guys a quick run through on my listing buddy, just for those of you guys who haven't used it before. So let's just say this is my listing here, facts and features, and then just say create a listing description. And it will ask me a bunch of questions, and then it's going to ask me for address, listing price, all this information. So say this. 399,000 nearby to schools and highway, first time home buyers, Nick Krim, EXP Realty, 216-554. That's not my phone number, so nobody call it, or you can. I don't know who will answer. There we go. But you'll notice this is like the slight change that makes the difference. What would somebody look up if they are looking for a listing or looking for a home? Is there any 4-bedroom homes in North Royalton near the highway and schools? And then now your listing description says, looking for this? Yes, here it is, right? That small change in the order and how it's written matters. And now with my listing buddy, you'll have this for free to use for the rest of your life. And as AEO, if it ever changes, we'll update it and keep changing it. So again, family, just click keep in sidebar and you'll have my listing buddy for the rest of your career. It'll be your listing buddy. But that's something. If you guys have listings, I highly recommend every single listing goes through my listing buddy. Why? Number one, we've trained it on good copy. We've trained it on fair housing, although still read it, right? Be an expert. We trained it on NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. And now we trained it on AEO, SEO, and GEO. So now this is just your employee that you get to use. All right, that's what I got for you guys today.
Out here on the grind, chasing dreams in the sun, from the Gulf to the hills. Yeah, we're